Redivus Health, Module 3, Code Blue. For quick and easy access into the Code Blue pathway, select the Code Blue Quick Launch button located on both the initial login screen or the pin screen. To begin a Code Blue event once you have already logged in, select the plus sign at the bottom of the screen. Press the Code Blue Pathway button to begin. The first screen prompts you to assess the patient's breathing. If you know the patient does not have a palpable pulse or CPR is already in progress, select the CPR in progress button to provide a shortcut to the timer screen. Note that this button will be available in the first 3 screens. For educational purposes, we will choose not breathing and navigate through the full assessment. Next, utilize this checklist as a reminder to request all needed resources. Assess the patient for the presence of a pulse. If you cannot palpate a core pulse, select No and begin CPR. Initiate chest compressions immediately. Once initiated, press the orange Start Compressions button to begin a 2-minute countdown. Pre-selected is device unavailable. Once a defib or AED is attached to the patient and ready to analyze, select the Device Attached and Analyzing button. Here, we will begin by selecting AED. If defib is attached, you will be taken directly to the rhythm screen, which you will be shown momentarily. Once you enter the AED screen, the CPR timer goes away to allow the AED to provide timing and rhythm treatment prompts. Press the Shock Delivered button when the AED provides a shock to the patient. This will keep track of how many times the patient receives shocks with the AED. Once a defibrillator arrives and is attached and ready to analyze, tap the Defib Arrived button to assess the patient's heart rhythm. The heart rhythm screen will be the first screen you will see if you utilize a defib at the beginning of this code. Select your patient's rhythm and follow that algorithm's prompts. For VFib or VTAC, the defibrillation sequence will be presented. Press each circle once that task begins. After the second shock is delivered, epinephrine and amiodarone will be open and actionable. Press the button immediately once the medication has been administered to the patient. When selecting either a PEA or asystole rhythm, the Start Compressions button will be presented and epinephrine will be the only actionable med timer. As a medication timer counts down to 0, the numbers turn yellow to prompt you to get another dose ready to deliver. When the 2-minute compression timer has counted down to 0, no matter what screen you are currently working in, a Stop Compressions pop-up will appear to prompt you to check for a pulse and analyze the patient's heart rhythm. Utilize the Code Blue Interventions button to document any other medication or interventions initiated during the event. Here we are documenting the placement of an IO. Next, we'll document any labs obtained during the code. Here we are adding a saline bolus. Next, we'll add a pre-existing airway. Here you can document any other medications given during the code with specific timestamps. Lastly, you can review and go over H's and T's for consideration. Press the Team tab to add team members to the Code Blue event. If you entered the Code Blue event via Quick Launch, you will be asked to log in prior to adding members. You will also need to add either patient initials or room number. Timers at the top of the screen will allow you to stay on track while adding members to the code. There are two ways to end a Code Blue event. Press the End Code button in the header at any time, or choose the Has Pulse button in the rhythm screen. In the document screen, you will have the ability to view all interventions timestamped by the second. If you have ended the code, you will also have the ability to email and archive the event. Congratulations! You have completed Module 3, Code Blue.